Welcome everyone. My name is Tarun. Thank you for joining us for today's quick demo. Today we are going to present Salesforce and database replication. Let me walk you through a quick demonstration of how DBSync cloud replication works. To get started, you can install this on-prem version on your Linux or Windows machine. And this is on my Windows machine. I've installed it, the latest version, which is 7.6.9. To get started, all you have to do is type in the username and the password. The username is admin at localhost, and the password is lowercase admin. Once we get on to the homepage, this is how the homepage looks like. And here you have an option to create multiple profiles or projects. We support both Salesforce and the Dynamic CRM. This demo is for the Salesforce replication. So I've created a profile already, which is called the production instance here. So I'll click on production and I'll start validating my Salesforce. All right, we are on Salesforce section. On the dropdown, you might see a production development or sandbox or other instances. You can pick and choose the option which is relevant to your business. I'm going to select the production instance and type in the username and the password along with the security token. We also have a OAuth connection wherein you can directly connect your Salesforce, providing your Salesforce credentials and giving a permissions to access your Salesforce. Since I've validated my Salesforce, I'll just test the connection. And I'll save this. All right, we are connected to our Salesforce now. The next section is the database section, right? In database, you can see the database is what we support in the drop-down section. And I'm going to use a SQL Server as my database for this today's demo. And I've typed in all the required information like host, port, username, the password, and the database name. I'll test this connection and I'll save this. The next option is the object section. Here you'll be seeing all the standard and the custom objects which are relevant to your Salesforce. You can pick and choose the objects which you want to replicate. So I've selected a couple of objects here. Let me show you what all the objects I've selected. I've selected account, contact, and the opportunities, right? And here on the right side, you can see we have multiple functions. The first one is update schema. The update schema will capture the schema structure from your Salesforce to database. The clean copy does both. It will capture the schema as well as the delta from Salesforce to a database. This is incremental updates. Any changes that happens to your Salesforce, you can schedule the job like every 5 minutes to every 30 minutes, and all the schema changes, all the delta changes would be automatically updated to your database on a frequency of the scheduling time. Right, this is a database to source. This is bidirectional. If you want to edit, modify any records from your database and push that to your Salesforce, you can also do that. You can also schedule a metadata backup once in fortnight, and this will help you to track all the changes that happens to your metadata structure within your Salesforce. There are certain formula fields restrictions. You can also use this by update formula field section within Salesforce, within DBSync, right? Apart from these features, we also have export, wherein if you wanted to transfer the data from your sandbox to production, with includes the schema as well as the delta, you can also do that. We have restore option, wherein if you have any records deleted or any records got modified within your Salesforce, you can go ahead and review it and merge it back to your Salesforce. This metadata, which I already discussed with you, you can schedule those jobs. There's a notification section and the logs, which I'm going to talk to in a while, right? So what I'll do is I'll just run clean copy so I can show you how the data is being pushed from your Salesforce to my SQL database. As soon as we run the process manually, it will redirect to the logs page, and you can see the updates on this log section. It might take a couple of seconds to populate the information here. All right, so you can see the profile name is a production. The command what we have selected is a clean copy, still in progress. The status is running, the start time and the end time, and the duration, it took 8 seconds. The process is complete now, and if you just expand and you can see the usage consumption, you can also see the number of records what I have in my Salesforce accounts and the contacts, and I don't have any information for the opportunities, right? I'll just go back to my database. This is a database, and there's a production instance which I've created, and I'll just refresh my table. And you can see account, contact, and the opportunity got built here. And this is how the columns looks like. So let me show you the data. Here we go. So you can see this is the data which got pushed from my Salesforce to a database. And if you can see the first one, sync ID, do sync flag, timestamp, and the merge ID. These are the four proprietary tables which belongs to DBSync, right? I'll let you know what are the useful for these tables. All right. So I'm going to show you a quick update on incremental, right? So this is my Salesforce account. I'm going to pick one of the record here, which is called a demo. And if you look at the phone number for this particular record is all nines. So let me pull the same record in my database. You can also verify the phone number for this particular record is all nines in my database as well as in my Salesforce. What I'll do is I'll just go ahead and update this phone number to all fives. And I've saved this. Right, what I'll do is I'll click on incremental and hold on for a second to show you the changes. The process got started now. It's called a source to DB incremental. The first one we did is a clean copy. This is a source to DB. It might take a couple of seconds to complete the process. Yeah, it took 9 seconds. So I'll just go back to my database and refresh the same table, and you will be seeing the change in the phone number, all fives, right? That's what we have modified in my Salesforce. Okay, so we have one more feature which is called a DB to source. What use case for this is you can modify the records within your database and push that to your Salesforce. So I'm going to show you one quick example. Here is the record, which I'm going to change the phone number for this particular record. Instead of all fives, now I've changed the phone number to 650-242-4494, and I'm using a do sync flag as a command with a capital S. This is proprietary, and this is how the DBSync tool recognizes this particular record has to modify from a database to Salesforce. I'm going to execute this and run the command in DBSync UI, which is a DB to source. And once the process gets started, you will see within this logs page, and I'll show you the changes in the Salesforce, how the DB to source works. Right, the process got started now. So it might take a couple of seconds to run and complete. It's almost done. So I'll refresh my Salesforce. Here we go. So you can see the phone number got changed to all fives to 650-242-4494. So that's how pretty simple the DBSync the tool is. All right. And metadata is you can go ahead and schedule it, right? This is a scheduling job. Here you can see we have multiple commands where you can schedule all the commands, multiple jobs. And here you can see the date and the time. So here, if you select the incremental update, you can run every minute, every hour. You can schedule it weekly once. You can customize this. You can write your own cron expression, right? If you go on to schedule it for every 15 minutes, you can select minutes and pick every 15 minutes, pick the date and save the changes. So what this happens is every 15 minutes, any changes that happens to your Salesforce which would be automatically update to your database, right? And this is a notification section. So what happens is when you type in your email address here, every time the job gets completed, you will be getting a email notification. Here, if you can see my inbox, you might be seeing a couple of notifications have come just now. So here, this one of the notification. You also get the attachments. You can always verify the number of record got inserted. If there's an error, it will show up here. Any recorded got deleted or updates. So everything is being notified whenever the job is completed on this notification section. All you have to do is you have to just type in the email notification. And here we have email and the webhooks. You can also use the webhooks. Some of the clients, they prefer to use the webhooks as well, right? And on the left side, you can see we have multiple, options. Here, there's an administration section. There is one global setting. If you're connected to the proxy, then if you wanted to, use your proxy connections, you can type in all the proxy information and get connected to a DBSync tool, right? And within the administration section, you can also see a role management and the user management. So you can create multiple users within to use this tool, right? And you can see there's an add user option and there's a role section as well. So you can provide the granular controls within this section where whether you can give a read-only access or the developer version, right? And within this administration section, again, you have the role management. Once you create, the user, you can go ahead and give them permissions, right? You can, give a read, you give write or delete, or maybe you can give the complete access based on your, resources, what all things you wanted to provide them, right? And you can also run replication through an API, which is built within this tool. So you can also check how this looks like. You can also create multiple profiles or projects within this tool. Like one of the use cases, what I've seen is large objects, especially, if there's an email or task which contains, the lot of data. So some of the clients, they create a separate profile to run the command, right? So these are the small quick demo, and you'll be seeing a lot many features on the extended demo, which we're going to share it to you soon. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to send us an email to sales@mydbsync.com, or you can always call us on our toll-free number, which is available on our website. Thank you for joining. Have a good day.